MotecLife-UK is a passion and demand-driven medical charity which was established in response to the needs of people. Started as a simple visit by my family to a hospital in Ghana at Koforidua. And when we were introduced to the hospital fully, we realized that there was a need for people to be helped to treat injuries and other conditions better. The story of the problem was sold to friends who agreed to join. And from October 2006, the charity has been working in Ghana and continues to expand.
Today has actually been a much awaited day, not only for us, but the patients that have come to see them. Since they arrived, the OPD was actually choked with a lot of patients. We've seen very interesting cases, a lot of thyroid cases, a lot of breast cases, a lot of skin conditions. In fact, a whole lot of cases.
Nkawkaw here has been one of our biggest centers. I was really shocked to see the amount of people we had yesterday. People are unable to pay because it's really expensive to have plastic privately. And I think we'll be proud of ourselves to leave this hospital knowing the impact we have given to the patient and the nurses as well.
The problem most people have in this country is that, especially the poor ones, they find it difficult to go to major centers. They cannot afford it, or when they get into the system, they have a long waiting list and they get lost in the system. So what I find very helpful is that if we can go to the districts where the people who need our help, majority of them haven't got funds, then we might be able to save them or treat them better than the cities.
You know, it's a big thing, and you may have known that it's been a long time we have such a team in plastics to come and then offer service to the hospital. So when we heard that you were coming, it's like heaven was coming down. We were happy to meet you, and these cases can be fixed easily, but because we don't have the specialists, you tell them, well, go, come back maybe another time, we will have specialists coming from UK. Sometimes they don't come back, and you ask them, where is the baby? The baby is dead or the baby is missing, which is very, very strange. So when we heard that they were coming, it was a blessing to us because we know that a lot of kids were going to benefit from the services that we're going to provide.
I mean, it's just the feel-good factor that when you come in and you do so many surgeries for people who practically cannot afford them, who don't probably have the know-how about it, and people who small surgeries can bring such a drastic change in their life. Like when you do these surgeries and you realize that you've made a change in somebody's life, I think that you can't replace with any kind of other kind of surgery, especially for people who cannot afford it.
This particular visit has been a collaboration with Health Smile. They've been working in Asia as well, and we thought they would be experienced enough to address conditions that exist in this country, which may not be that far away from what happens in Asia.
There are 4 plastic surgeons from different parts of world who are joining this trip. 90% of plastic and reconstructive surgery operations are performed predominantly for children. So namely cleft lip and cleft palate. It's a very time-tested reconstructive operations which are very productive in such kind of treat. It improves the appearance of the child. It also decompresses the pressure on the parents about the acceptance within the family and in the society. It also improves that self-esteem and allowing them to get out of the guilt of why they are parenting such children.
No apai say a friend of cleft by no carry me walk alano na eyede because me who be that nti eye suni areho my next funny shame me kwan bebre kopi me ne ya ma hu say yede me bana be re theater me ne da so say and da so bi wo ho e ma me ban se si e de me ntwi a wan si di kra ye do ma se so se kwanya na o ma fa e de aboa yen awofo ye do ma se bebre.
We are here to help some of the patients who require complex surgical intervention, including plastic surgery, patients such as cleft lip and palate, in association with Help Smile charity, and some breast cancer patients and some endocrine surgical patients such as thyroid goiters and lumps in the breast. We have done release of contractures, release of syndactyly. We have operated on breast cancer patients with large breast tumors. We have operated on large thyroid tumors in this particular town.
Well, we've been quite impressed about the expertise about how they work. We have quite a number of very good surgeons around who are doing the cases for us. We hope that they will come here more often so that the people who have not been able to afford to have those kind of healthcare delivery for them will be able to get their treatments.
So we have got 2 operating theatres. We are using 1 operating theatre for operating on patients who have sedation or general local anesthetic linked procedures, and 1 operating theatre in which we are operating on general anesthetic patients, right from 1-month-old baby for cleft lip and palate to 70-year-old ladies with large thyroid and breast tumors.
Now, they have been with us since 31st August and they have been fantastic. They have proven that they have a lot to offer to the society, and we pray for more collaboration with them. So far, they've done on an average about 8 complex cases per day.
Certainly the type and the progression of the conditions that we see are different, often more advanced, and the reason is that not having a service of reconstructive plastic surgery available, they certainly don't have the chance to be cured on time, and sometimes don't even try to, or they don't even refer to a center that maybe exists in Accra, but has waiting lists that are far too long. So they eventually end up with the suffering, the consequence of their traumas, their infection or their cancer, much further than what we are used to see in developed countries.
Me ba na me wa rehye me sisa ne me ba na nsa ne tie no mo ye ma no nko betimi amaso sisa e me de sisa ne first no me ne na mko ane so on fa de ya wuntimi mfa nko so sisa e me de sisa ne wutimi me no akro mo de ne ba yi wutimi ma nsa no so e ko so sisa me hu sa ha no ane first na atare no enti aye den na wuntimi ma so sisa me hu se ho line ne da ha na be da ho ntimi wogidie so betimi ama nsa no so aye.
But your name, many that so says, Omutimi said in Mamma. A bear me there, he said, Namin to me, one intimation power. And a two, the Koya Juma, the Yedumani. After some Yedumana, we are 3 days, Namanana son, home. Gee, I mean that so says, and the nanny to me, dear. I don't have the asthma, Nkawkaw.
I'm popular, me woman, na no soon, a moo apai. Senya, why many aje, and Senya, or Senya na etiena, now, Nka, Yanka, when ye are, only a name, moo a beer. Into a bra made announcement and some more baby surgery. In fact, no drones, no mania Japan. No mania, the mammy down home can buy and pass to me do your my and bonnet matching. Any just say, any summer, a bruise me who
We have seen that the training of the staff is quite high, and we are here to bring about the modern care so that we can train nurses, other members of the staff such as anesthetists, assistants, to help them to address the difference in the knowledge base and the developments which have occurred.
This is my first time I've witnessed several cases. I mean, where I trained, I saw those things there. But coming over here again has enlightened me, particularly with how to give anesthesia to certain specific cases. So it has enlightened me as well. I'm really impressed with their work, and I wish that they come often, particularly to help people around.
The difference between Motec and majority of charities that come to Africa is that they concentrate on the services and leave with the vacuum. We are interested in working with the people, making sure that they can learn from us, and so that when we are not there, they can carry on. In addition, working with the people, we make a selection of those who have got a talent, and we send them abroad for top up a year or two, and come back to sustain the kind of services that we are delivering, because we know that we will not exist forever. But if we help people to train, then our services, even though we might not be there, will continue as long as possible.
We are so much grateful for the diatomy machine that you have given to us, and it's really going to be helpful. But permit me also to thank the Motec team for coming to help us yearly in giving services to the poor and the needy.
Motec invites professionals, irrespective of what kind of profession you are, because medical care involves everything. There are legal issues in medical care. There are people who need faith support. Sometimes we are building constructions of the charity, engineers, plumbers, they're all welcome. And people forget that we invite Ghanaians as well. Majority of our membership is in the UK, but there are some members within Ghana who help us, and we welcome everybody.